Hey guys, it's Lena here, and today I want to talk about mental health. This is a very awkward topic for me because, mm, to be honest, I don't really like to share this part of me with other people because most of the people think of me as a nice, smiley person. Some of them think of me as a bitchy person because when I don't smile, I look like an evil person. I don't know, maybe it's my face. And today I want to talk about my very unpleasant experience when really shit hit it really hit the fan in my life, and I felt terribly. I felt so badly, and the worst problem was that I didn't know what to do with that. And because now we are experiencing very strange and sad period in our history, unfortunately, and mm, I don't want to talk about politics, honestly, because there are so many people devoted to this topic. I just want to say that it really saddens me. I'm not happy about the situation. Um, it crushes it. This situation crushes everyone, like physically, mentally. So maybe there is a winning party, but I don't know these people. They are very high above in their hierarchy, and they like this very special politicians. Maybe they have some advantage, they get some advantage in all of that. Maybe they earn like another $1 trillion on all this situation. But just I don't want to talk about them because it stresses me out, and the topic of this video is how to deal with stress. So recently, about a month ago, I had a work trip, and just before the trip, so the day before, late at night, I got a message. Well, and long story short, my booking, my hotel booking got cancelled. So it wasn't at a hotel; it was like an apartment booking. It got cancelled, and I was really shocked about that situation, and I was shocked um, about the rudeness of and like the rude manner of behavior from the manager of that apartment. And so I was really the feeling was like I was hit by a train. So I wasn't expecting that. I didn't really know what to do. And when I started searching for an alternative, I realized that because it's a capital, it's a huge city, and the prices they had gone up maybe 100% since the time I booked it. And if I was to pay that money, that much money, so it would be almost my whole payment for that work trip. So for me, it was like I was paying for being able to work there. So it really made no sense, and I got stressed, I got anxious, and I really remembering that feeling. The worst part was it was like so like in panic attacks, you realize that you feel awfully and you just cannot do anything without it. If anything about it, it's like impossible. You cannot control it. And me that time, I understood that I could not step out from that situation. So it really only escalate. It got worse and worse and worse inside of me. So I got more anxious by every minute, and I just didn't know what to do. So anyways, story short, I managed my living situation there. It wasn't perfect, it was far from perfect. And for the duration of that work trip, it was like 5 days or so. I had huge sleeping troubles. So maybe I slept only 3 or 4 hours a day. I just either I couldn't sleep because of my anxiousness, because of my thoughts, because of my inner voice trying to uh, think and rethink what had happened, what was happening, or either it was due to lots of noise, lots of other people around me. I just couldn't sleep, and I felt really like shit, let's just say it. My mood was awful. I wasn't really a nice person to work with or to work alongside. And this feeling of helplessness, so it's just the this I hated the most. I couldn't do anything about it. I was so my head was like a processor trying to solve an unsolvable problem. So it was really working on high speed, and it was really noisy if you compare it to your computer or your laptop. And I couldn't do anything to stop all that. And when I came home, I realized that I had to do something about it, because it was, apart from being annoying, it was a bit scary, because I wasn't expecting that me really, well, most of the time I'm quite a normal person, so I don't get aggressive normally. I don't get sad, extra sad, like in a second. I can control myself, but in that situation, I just couldn't. And I started researching, and I um, I found lots of information, very controversial information. Some of the people I was listening to on YouTube, or some articles I read, they told that this was a symptom of depression, or some other pretty serious mental health problems. And what scared me the most was some of the very rather famous actors. He was talking about with he had an interview, and he was talking about his mental health problems. And in that interview he told so his main thought was that he realized when he started working with a therapist. He realized that his problems, his depression, it's it has no cure, so you cannot be cured at all. But you can learn to manage it and to control it. So to avoid this hyper anxiety, um, like coming and just totally freaking everyone out, like. And he told that, of course, pills helped him a lot, and I think he told that alcohol didn't help at all. It even worsened the situation. And I felt sad, because it was really hard to realize that I had a problem, a serious problem, like an illness that cannot be treated. Well, cannot be treated like completely. And then, because in Russia, we don't have this habit of going to therapists. We prefer discussing our problems with our friends because we are quite poor and we don't have that much money, maybe. And so I started talking with my friends and telling them about my situation. And when I started talking about that situation, I was hearing myself and I was realizing that all the drama I was thinking, I was attaching to that particular situation, it wasn't really that big of a deal. It was a very big deal for me, but not that much as to consider myself clinically depressed or something like that. And one of my friends, she had quite a similar experience in her life several times, and hers was way worse. And she even got to medical professional that person prescribed her some serious sedative drugs. And she told me that my problem, if of course it was a problem, but it wasn't that serious one. And what I realized that sometimes we really need to face the problem. We need to face an elephant in the room. And what I learned also from articles and YouTube, like very like an authority, is that sometimes when you feel out of balance, it maybe signals that your chemicals, your body chemicals, are out of balance too. So sometimes it can be very useful, maybe to change diet, to add something to your diet, maybe to take some vitamins, take some I don't know, some supplements, for example. And that girl, recommended she recommended me a supplement called glycine. I think it's called like that in English. So it's a supplement. So the glycine, it's a chemical that helps to sedate a little bit our nervous system. So if you feel that you're running on a high, it can really slows you down, so you won't be like sedated, like sleepy, sedated. You will still be able to understand and realize what's going on. It will not be so, it won't feel so dramatical to you, so if you get me. And so anyways, I started taking those pills, not very regularly and not like on a regular basis. And now and then when we have this kind of political situation, when I start to feel very anxious, I just take one pill, and maybe it's placebo effect or something, it can be so, but I feel that I start to calm down. And sometimes when I cannot fall asleep in the middle of the night, I also take these pills and it gets me to calm down and to fall asleep. And in Russia, for example, it's because it's a supplement. You don't need a recipe. You don't need to go to your medical professional. But anyways, because I'm in no way an authority in this field, if you want to follow my advice, please consult someone or some something before you start doing anything, before you start taking any supplements, any pills. This is just my experience and I want to share it with you. Please let me know in the comment section if you had these kind of situations, how you dealt with them. It would be very interesting to know and to discuss it. If you enjoyed these kind of videos, please also let me know, and maybe I will make a series of this one because I have a lot to say on this topic. Unfortunately, because I'm not, although I make lots of sunny and smiley videos, but I'm not smiling all the time. Anyways, have a great day. Please like and subscribe this video and see you in the next one. Bye bye.